It's Shakeema S. I just wanted to come on really quick to just encourage. And today I want to talk about how to take effective faith steps. I'm going to say it again. How to take effective faith steps. So one of the things that will help when it comes to taking effective faith steps, number one, is giving everything to God. What does that mean? That means giving God your issues, your problems, your ideologies, your setbacks, things that you may feel like, okay, I don't understand this, I don't understand that. Really, really surrendering all of your concerns and worries to God. And I know that may sound easier said than done, but what I mean by that is really trusting Him. That's what laying everything down really means. Surrendering is trusting Him with those things. It's just like a father, He's your dad, He's your father, right? Some of you guys like, okay, I believe in God and I trust God, but you got to trust Him like He's your father. You got to trust Him like He's your dad and He's going to take care of you. So you give Him all your worries, you give Him all your concerns, and you give Him everything that you need to give Him, basically everything. Like the Bible talks about, cast your cares upon the Lord, for He cares for you. I believe that's in 2 Peter. And another verse, it talks about cast your burdens upon the Lord, and cast your burdens upon the Lord, and He shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. So if you're righteousness of God, and the Bible talks about in Isaiah, the trees of righteousness, that God has you, and you have to know that. You have to know that everything that you deal with in your life, God knows all about it. He's all-knowing. So you have to really give that to Him. So any worries, any concerns, you give that to Him. The next thing is once you give Him all of those worries and concerns, now you got to walk, you got to move, right? Now you got to trust God for that move. So if you're trying to go after, a business or, basically, a career move, something that you want to do, a passion, a purpose that you believe God has purposed you to do, then that next thing is to move on it, right? So once you give those worries, those problems, those concerns to the Lord, now it's time to move. Now you got to move in faith. You got to move believing God is going to give you the desires of your heart. The Bible talks about in Psalms 34, it says, delight yourself in the Lord, He shall give you the desires of your heart, right? So if you believe God, He's going to give you the desires of your heart, you got to move like He's going to give you your desires. That's how you move. That's how you walk effectively in faith, is when you move believing God He's going to do it. And not only believing, also knowing He's going to do it. Knowing He's going to come through. Knowing it's going to happen for you. Knowing that He has not left you. He never will leave you, never to forsake you, right? So that's the thing. We have to know. We have to know God. We have to know Him. How do we know Him? We got to pray. We got to spend time with Him, right? Some of us are, kind of, in disbelief or in doubt because we really don't know God, because we don't spend time with Him. The more you spend time with Him, the more you know Him. The more that you know, He's going to do it just for you. He's going to do it because He loves you. He's going to do it because He cares about you. He's going to do it because He knows you. He knows who He created. And the Bible says in Psalms, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. So God knows. He cares. So I want you to walk in effective faith, so it can be effective and it works out for you. And then once you walk and believe God and trust God and follow his instructions, because He's going to tell you what to do, Once you follow those things, you're going to start to see manifestation. You're going to start seeing things happen in your life. And you also got to speak it out of your mouth. That's another thing. Speak the words that God has spoken to you out of your mouth. You got to speak things. The Bible says you can speak things into existence. Okay? God has given us the same power that Jesus was raised from the dead. He given us that same power, that same authority. So we can speak things into our life. So what's the first thing we talked about? We're going to go over it real quick. First thing, surrender everything to God. All your cares, all your worries, all your concerns, surrender. Right? That's number one. The next thing is walk in it. Start walking those things out. Start listening to God, following the instructions of the Lord on what to do, and start going after what you desire and you dream and what you purpose to do. And you got to also ask God, what is your purpose? Some of you guys may walk in something and it may not be God. So you have to ask God, what is my purpose? What do you want me to do? Right? Then you walk in that thing, you believe God, you walk in those instructions that God has told you to do, and start speaking those things. The last thing is start speaking those things out of your mouth, and you will start to see things come to pass in your life. Okay? So that is how you walk effectively in faith. Faith steps, right? You're walking in steps, and you're going to get to your destination. I hope this encouraged you. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.